Welcome. We're going to talk about something that's going on that I think we need to address. And the one thing is about a father and his three sons. It used to be a television show years ago with that same title. But Lavar Ball, we've heard a lot, we've seen a lot is going on. This man is a lightning rod for a lot of things right now. And what I want to talk to y'all about is just get your take and feelings on, is Lavar Ball doing the right thing by his sons? And what is your take on what you see from him?
At first, I was for it. Seeing a black man stand up there and promote his sons and make them feel that they could do anything in this world. Don't let no one put a limit on you. But right now, it's out of hand. Right now, it seems like it's about Lavar Ball and not his three sons. I watched a video of him. I believe it was First Take. He was coming onto the set of an ESPN show.
I think it was First Take, yeah.
And the way he walked on,
he's the man.
I'm the man.
Like he was Suge Knight or something.
I'm here. Like,
what's the light skin thing, man?
He had the George Jefferson walk.
I'm only 2 shades off, by the way.
And at that point, you knew it was more about him than it was his sons. Now, the stuff he says about his sons, I'm all for it. Sometimes he go a little bit overboard. I get it. But the extra show that's putting so much light upon him is like everything is me. Even when most of the time now, even when he's speaking about the boys, it's really, I feel like he's speaking about him.
Jace, from a coach's standpoint, how would you deal with a father like Mr. Ball?
This is a high school coach's worst nightmare. This guy, I agree with you that when he's advocating for his sons, he's doing the right thing. But I think that he's hurting them at the same time. I think that what he's doing is really, and you see with the sneaker deals and stuff like that, I think he's really putting them in a bad position where he could have deflected the attention from them, but now he's actually causing dislike for them. And it's not the 3 boys that we're talking about. It's the actions of their father. As a coach, I have guys who sit in the stands who say, I don't know what I'm doing, who, question everything you do. And a lot of that comes from the fact that parents believe in every situation sometimes that their kid is being cheated, that their kid is the best. And that's just the loving part of being a parent. But as a former athlete, he doesn't understand how to separate those two things.
And I was just about to say that because he played ball. Right. I was just about to say he should be able to separate it.
Well, let me come at it from this angle as a father. I could never see hurting my kids, no matter what I'm going to try and do for them. The fact that Nike, Adidas, Under Armour all have pushed him away from the table from a sneaker deal, not for the father, but for the son. The fact that he had the liberty to walk into a high school coach's locker room after a game and berate the coach, and he had the freedom to actually do that. He actually got a quote saying that he runs UCLA. It's just, to me, that's. And Leaf, I agree. When he first started, I was championing for him because I like the fact of that. This man is showing that he's there for his kids. But now it's become the Lavar show.
Right.
I just read that TMZ Sports has just put out there that there's in the works a reality show for this dude. Right. And I'm like, come on, man, really?
Listen, well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to knock that, though. I'm not going to knock that, though. I'm not going to knock that, though. You know why? Because if the man makes himself some money through all this, I can't knock that. But I think he really has devalued.
But see, that's the part.
He has devalued his sons as basketball players.
That's the
part. You
part.
made a good point when you said earlier that he's hurting them more now because these kids had a chance to, go to the next level and be liked. I think they're gonna be disliked
and they're good
more.
Ball players.
They're gonna be disliked more.
I'm not gonna say that now. That's still developing.
Good. Good to say that they're the best in every class. Not with all that.
They're good ball players.
I don't know if they're good. We don't know yet.
He's really hurting them. He's really turning a lot of people against him. Now, one thing to me he did do in the NCAA tournament, when Fox bust his son ass, his actions took a lot of pressure off of his son who didn't play a real good game.
But it put the spotlight on his son. See, that's the other part.
Right.
Yeah, see, that's the other part he did, because now
guys are gunning for him.
now, and that's what it looked like, because now when that game was over, everybody was looking at Alonzo Ball. I mean, yo, and he didn't have a good game.
He sure did. He got his ass booked.
And Lavar was quiet. Lavar was quiet.
He had to be.
Because you
What was there to
put
say?
all of this out there before that game.
Right.
He's
Agreed.
going to the championship. He's doing this. He's the man. And wait, he got white guys playing with him. That's the reason why they didn't win.
And then that comment right there set him way back, and it set his son's way back.
Come on, man, you hurting him.
Let me tell you something about this. You know, I always struggle with this as a coach, and I'm the only non-parent on the panel. I tell you what, you know, you try to establish a good relationship with your parents, and I've been very fortunate. I have a lot of parents who are very supportive of what I do because they see the outside of basketball stuff.
You need a hug, man?
No,
okay.
But I tell you what, it's usually, and I have to go back to this point, it's usually the people who never played the game.
That gives you the worst.
Right.
Problems.
So, taking that thought, here's what I think about the Ball father. I think that what he's doing is because he's not satisfied with what happened during his career.
Totally.
He was not a good player. Let's just put it on the
No,
table.
he's better than Michael Jordan. He'd have bust Michael Jordan's ass.
No. He'll beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1. That's what he said.
Yeah, well, okay. Oh, wow.
He was never a good player. And listen, you know, one day I hope to be a dad, and if I have a sports son or daughter, if my kid plays college basketball like I did, I would be happy with that.
Exactly.
I don't need my kid to be a pro.
I don't live
because
through my kid.
I don't want to live through my kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I've already done a lot of in basketball as an individual, playing and coaching. But I tell you what, I'm going to spin this for a
I
second.
have a question for you, Chuba. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to spin this for a second, and I want you guys' opinion on this.
Right.
I think that this is going to have, at the end of the day, it's going to have a positive impact on basketball. And let me tell you why. I think that because of his ridiculousness and the way that he's over-parenting in the game of basketball, that some of the people who do this stuff on a daily basis, because you have all these coaches who are now quitting and getting out of the game, and you have all these outside pressures on high school coaches.
So you're going with this.
I think that people are going to realize that this stuff is idiotic and that we have to stop doing it. And the parents that don't do it are going to start defending the coaches because this is buffoonery.
And hopefully the parents that do it could look at like, like
this guy's an idiot.
Or like,
and then they'll stop.
Do I look like
themselves.
that?
Right.
Listen,
right.
I want to agree with you, but then on the flip side of that is that this society is a copycat. You know, if he gets a reality show, you know, how many reality shows now we are inundated with because everybody wants their minute of fame. I think that might open the door for more Lavar Balls because they're going to be trying to get themselves the hype, the limelight. And if you notice something, everything he talk about is brand.
Brand.
So that's why I said, yes, we would hope for the best side of us, but I look at the worst side of us, it might go the other way. But let's hope not.
My question for you is this. How would you feel if one of your players' parents got you fired or made you quit as a coach?
That's a loaded question. You know, we probably need 3 segments for that.
And a hug. And a drink.
In the short version, listen, there's a lot of pressures on high school coaches. I've had a lot of pressures. A lot of it hasn't come from parents, but some of it has. On a personal note, the one thing I can say is that, I've had people that were afraid to come to me and say something. They would say it to my family members who are at the game.
Gotcha.
And I think that that's the lowest of the low. And I got very defensive. So I think my stature and the way I carry myself, I'm not personally worried about that. I'm worried about who's the second and third person who might be affected by all this. It does make coaches think about leaving the game. For myself and for other coaches that I speak to all the time, parent problems is at the top of the high school coaching list. Yeah. And, man, you just hope that by treating the players right, and this is always my theory, that if I treat the players right, and I treat my players well, the way my coaches treated me, and if not better, in some cases, you would hope that prevents those things.
Okay, because I know. Okay.
Let me just add this, because what you're saying that is this: the coach was the assistant coach on that team before the head coach left. They brought him up. He went 33-2, and turn around and gets fired. And the speculation is because Lavar Ball pulled his sons out the school, and now took them to South Carolina, Spartanburg, that this coach got fired, who had an incredible season, and this is what happened to him. Go ahead.
Is both kids going to Spartanburg?
Well, one definitely. But I would think that probably both of them would be.
Okay, yeah, because what I was going to say was I know coaches who've coached All-American players, boys and girls, and they haven't gone through any of this, what Lavar Ball is putting these parents through. Like, so from a coach's standpoint, I don't know if I'll be able to take it.
Right.
I might ask him to leave my gym. But then you see videos of him running on the court.
Yo, listen, he come in the locker room after the game, yelling, screaming.
See, I wouldn't allow that to happen.
You make your bed, you lay in it. That's the same.
Well, listen,
you gotta blame it on the school. The school gotta get some blame.
The coach went for him and brought him in. Yo, let me say this. Parents got to parent. That's the bottom line. When you interfere with your child and what possibilities that he might have and the horizons he might reach, you shouldn't be the one that derails his future. That's my opinion, and I hope that y'all agree.
Amen, brother.
But thank you for tuning in once again. Another segment, another great topic, and y'all can hit us up on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Leave comments, stuff all the time. So thank you once again. Keep tuning in. We got some more coming for you. Peace out.